The Urbanist is brought to you in association with the Department of Culture and Tourism, Abu Dhabi. Saadiyat Cultural District Abu Dhabi is a beacon of hope and inspiration. A catalyst to spark growth and collaboration with museums and experiences, where art and science and nature and technology coexist.
The belief of Abu Dhabi that culture is the backbone of our society.
Stay tuned for a special episode of the show, in which you can hear His Excellency Mohammed Khalifa Al Mubarak explain exactly why and how Saadiyat Cultural District Abu Dhabi is the perfect place to collaborate, create and innovate. Saadiyat Cultural District Abu Dhabi, proud partner of The Urbanist on Monocle Radio.
The concept of moving a capital is nothing new and has occurred in a variety of places for a variety of different reasons throughout history, from political point scoring to accommodating a boom in population to the symbolic resetting of a nation's character and ambitions. You're listening to Tall Stories, a Monocle production brought to you by the team behind The Urbanist. I'm Andrew Tuck. In this episode, Carla Hyenne explores Astana, the somewhat recently crowned capital of Kazakhstan, to see how the move has affected the city and the country as a whole.
In Kazakh, Astana means capital city, which is a fitting name for the place designed to become the country's new capital. The story of Astana starts from Kazakhstan's independence from the USSR in 1991, when Nursultan Nazarbayev became the president of the country. After decades of Soviet socialism, independence meant a significant amount of work was necessary to change the country economically, socially, and politically, and to unite the population under one common project. Nazarbayev envisioned a modern Kazakhstan and decided that a new capital city was essential to break from the past and propel the nation forward. The capital would be built from the ground up and offer a new vision for Kazakhstan. At the time, Almaty served as the capital, a city rich in history and tradition. The reasons to relocate the capital are still ambiguous, but perhaps it symbolized a departure from the past, while honoring Kazakhstan's heritage. Or, it was a strategic move to centralize power away from the border with China, and to move closer to the Russian community who lived mostly in the north of the country. In any case, a blank slate would provide the physical space to build a planned capital city, and the space in people's imaginaries to construct a new idea for the country. Astana would become the face of the new Kazakhstan. Designed as a planned city, it was built on undeveloped land following a master plan. The plans exemplify a futuristic architecture style, which you can experience today by walking through the city. You can feel it in the long and bold boulevards that cut through Astana, and in the buildings that are reminiscent of the space age. Structures like the Palace of Peace and Reconciliation, or the Golden Towers, for example, evoke a sense of a sci-fi metropolis and give an impression of speed, technology, industrialism, and technocracy, feelings that strongly oppose the traditional society that is represented in the old capital, Almaty. In a matter of years, Astana's new urban landscape transformed the national image of the country and spurred economic growth and a new society. The new developments were carried out on the left side of the Ishim River, because Akmola, the name of the small city that existed before Astana, was developed on the right riverbank. Circa 30 years since Astana was built, the difference in development and wealth on either side of the Ishim River are still visible. The modern high-rises of the new Astana contrast with the old buildings and remaining Soviet-era blocks on the right side. And whereas the new Astana boasts a type of wealth reminiscent of cities like Dubai or Kuala Lumpur, the old Astana, or Akmola, is more representative of the rest of the country, which did not undergo the same modernist transformation. The most iconic building of Astana is the Bayterek Tower, and it stands at the heart of the city. It is a tree-like, slender structure crafted from white metal in a lattice-like pattern. The tree opens near the top, representing a nest, in which sits a large, shining golden globe representing an egg that has been laid. The Bayterek Tower's design epitomizes the story of Astana. First, the observation deck is 97 meters high, representing the year 1997 when Astana was inaugurated as the new capital. The tree and the egg originate from Kazakh folklore and symbolize hope and a new beginning, which mirrors the rebirth of the country. And at the top of the tower, on the 360 viewing platform, is the imprint of former President Nazarbayev's hand, in which visitors can place their own hand to be reminded of the man who built the city. The Baytarek Tower has become the symbol of the new Kazakhstan and is strong in people's imaginaries. As well as being in the center of Astana, it is also the center of the city's flag. As you stand on the observation deck 97 meters above ground, you can see the cityscape of the new Astana and witness a city that was born only 25 years ago, while the left bank of the city remains hidden behind the new high-rises. While once a beacon of the country, the novelty of the Baytarek Tower has worn off, alongside Nazarbayev's waning influence after a controversial presidency that lasted nearly 30 years. Although Nazarbayev created a new image of Kazakhstan as a more prosperous country, one that was trying to break away from its socialist history, the economic reality today tells a different story, and the inequalities within Astana and across the whole country continue to be felt. Nonetheless, Astana's evolution underscores the transformative power of urban planning. It served as a canvas for the president to enact his vision of the nation he aspired to build, shaping the country's identity through its architectural landscape.
Tall Stories is a Monocle production from the team behind The Urbanist. This episode was written by Carla Hyenne and produced and edited by David Stevens. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast to receive new episodes every week. I'm Andrew Tuck. Goodbye, and thank you for listening, City Lovers.